there's been a lot in the news over the last year, maybe 2 years, about the waning trust from the public for the Supreme Court of the United States. I think that a lot of political candidates have been losing the American trust, but until recently, the court has sort of been this institution that people believed in and trusted. And yeah, I think the most recent survey I saw was from the Gallup uh, poll, which said I think 40% of Americans trust the Supreme Court of the United States. About that same 40% believe that the Supreme Court has their best interest and is apolitical. And so when I look at a case like this, that as we all know, is going to continue to polarize this country, I wonder, what do you think this case will do for the Supreme Court? What is your view?
Well, yeah, let me just say first, you're absolutely right that the court, unlike Congress, unlike the president, historically has pretty level approval levels. And the president and the Congress kind of go up and down. And so we're seeing an unusual low point in confidence in the United States Supreme Court. And by taking this case, it's kind of a lose-lose for Justice Roberts and institutional trust in the Supreme Court, because here's why. If the Supreme Court were to affirm the Colorado result and leave Trump off the ballot, at that point, those people who support Trump will view it as the Supreme Court interfering with an election, and the conservatives will lose trust in the court. On the other hand, if the Supreme Court reinstates Mr. Trump to the ballot, well, then everybody who believes that the Trump appointees would act in a partisan manner will have their belief confirmed that these justices merely are rewarding Trump for putting them on the court.
So, is there any strategy? Like, I guess by that I mean, do you think Head Justice Roberts is, hopeful for a unanimous decision? And if so, is there anything that the Supreme Court can do to, try to agree?
Well, yeah, let me say this. Chief Justice Roberts is an institutionalist. He really wants the institution protected and preserved and wants to restore trust. He will do whatever it takes to try to get a unanimous opinion. I think that's too big a hill to climb. I don't think there's going to be a unanimous decision. It'll be 5-4, 6-3.
Okay. I like that you actually gave an answer. That was my next question, and I wasn't sure that I was going to get that direct of an answer. So again, February 8th is when the Supreme Court has said they will begin hearing this case. Um, how long do you think this will take? What do you think that we'll see, on the 8th of February? Will this get buried, or do you think they'll want to address this pretty quickly?
They're going to address it quickly. Keep in mind, normally the briefing process in the Supreme Court takes place over several months. And here the Supreme Court has compressed it to 1 month. The parties are getting their briefs filed in 1 month. Argument on the 8th. We're in the middle of primary season. You could expect the Supreme Court to rule in February or early March.
Wow.